This is an example of the Open Web App development workflow for OpenMRS. I'll be following the instructions on this wiki page. So the first step is to set up an OpenMRS server. I've already done that. I'm using a standalone server that I downloaded from the OpenMRS downloads page, and I have that up and running. The next step is to install the Open Web Apps module, which I downloaded from modules.openmrs.org and installed into OpenMRS. You install the module by going to System Administration, Advanced Administration, and Manage Modules. You'll see the module is already in the list here because I've already installed it. So the Open Web Apps module gives you a Manage Apps page. So if you go to Administration, Managed Apps, then you'll see I have no web apps installed at the moment. So what I'm going to do is follow step 3 here and scaffold a web app using the UMan generator. So before you do that, you need to run npm install-g UMan, gulp, and bower, and you also need to install the actual generator. So I've already done those things. You can see here I've installed the necessary dependencies. So now I'm just going to go ahead and run the generator in a directory that I've created for my app. So I can do that. And then the generator will ask us a few questions, such as the name of our app, the description we want to use. If we want to include any libraries in the app, I'll include jQuery for this example. It asks you what type of server you're running. That's just to guess the location of your Open Web Apps directory. And then it asks you for some GitHub information just to populate the bower.json and the package.json files. So what's happening now is it's installing the necessary gulp plugins to build and deploy your Open Web App, and then once that's done, it'll install any Bower packages that you selected. In this case, I selected jQuery, so it'll install that. So this should take just a couple of minutes. Okay, so now all of the dependencies are installed, and we can also see that our app structure has been created. All the files that actually belong to the OpenMRS web app are in the app directory, and everything else is just for managing the build and for managing packages. So to do a basic production build, we just run gulp, and that'll inject our packages and create the zip file in the dist directory for us. So to add that app to OpenMRS, we can browse for it here. We'll see the zip file, and we can upload it. So that'll add this basic Open Web App link to the list of apps. So if we click that, that'll take us to our Open Web App. And the basic app is just this page with some text that says put your content here. In order to improve the development workflow, the gulp file also contains a target called deploy local, which will copy the files directly to the position in the file system, so you don't have to create the zip and then upload the zip by the UI. So to demonstrate that, if I wanted to make some changes to the page, I could change this replace sentence with something like hello world. I can save that, and then do a local deploy. And what will happen now is our bar packages will be injected, and the whole dist folder will be copied to the server. So we should be able to see the result of that just by clicking reload. And now we see hello world. To add more Bower packages, I mean, you could install Angular or React or Backbone or whatever app framework you want. For this demo, I'll just install a CSS library called animate.css. It's important to use the save option so that the bower.json file gets populated, because that's necessary for injecting the packages into your HTML. So if I install animate.css, it'll download. Then I have to, I'll use the package. So to do that, you just add a couple of classes. So now I've made my changes, I've added the package. I want to do a local deploy again. And then if everything worked, I should see some animation being applied to this text. And there we see an example of how to install a Bower package and deploy that locally to your server. So it may be more convenient to have your app located here on the home page, and you can do this by going to System Administration, Manage Apps, and then you can add a new app definition. The JSON required for this app definition is also on the wiki page, along with instructions explaining everything that I've just done. So let's copy this JSON. We have to give our app an ID, so we'll call it demo app. And we can paste this in. And you'll want to make some changes here. You'll need a unique ID, a unique extension ID, and the label here as well will actually show up on your button. And then you also need the URL for the entry point for your app. So let's go ahead and save that. So now, if we go back to the home page, what we'll see is our demo app that we just created, a link to it right here, and if we click on that, it'll take us to that basic screen. So that's building and deploying an app, an OpenMRS web app, and adding packages with Bower and doing a local install, a local deploy using Gulp. That's it.